Raw news for yous. Welcome back, guys, it's Raw Geek here. Yes, it's Friday, and it's been a couple weeks since the last Raw news, so I'm doing another one. Like I keep saying, there will be more videos like gameplays and all that kind of stuff coming, but summer's always a bit quiet of YouTube anyway. But yes, first of all, I just want to quickly remind you that we've watched a couple of trailers now for Disenchantment, and it's actually out today on Netflix, so if you've got Netflix, you might as well go binge watch that. Personally, I'm still watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and I'm absolutely loving it, but I will take 5 minutes out of that to check out Disenchantment. And sticking with Netflix, we are going to watch a trailer for Iron Fist Season 2. Now, Iron Fist, the first season wasn't brilliant, was it, guys? It was kind of frustrating because most of the series he was kind of like, oh, my fist doesn't really work, and then it will like work once, and then he was getting performance anxiety or whatever, and it just was all a bit wishy-washy the whole season, to be honest. Hoping it's better this time around, because we've kind of set the precedent of what his character's about, and hopefully we can just get more into some sort of badassery and some... I like the martial arts scenes were pretty cool, so I'm hoping for some more of that. He was, of course, in The Defenders. He was okay in Defenders, but I think The Defenders was probably the worst Marvel Netflix series there's been. It seemed quite low budget. They didn't seem to work that well together. It didn't seem to gel as well as I thought it would. It actually just seemed a bit corny, I have to say. But yeah, on the whole, you know, these Marvel Netflix shows are pretty cool. The Punisher was good and stuff like that, but you do start to wonder how many can they sort of bring out. But without further ado, let's take a look at the trailer anyway for Season 2 of Iron Fist. Okay guys, this is Marvel's Iron Fist Season 2 official trailer HD Netflix. Play! Okay, yeah, cityscape.
You have not been home in days.
Always got his mask cut. Oh god, how's he going to stop him against guns?
How many times a night you light that fist up?
Oh, there it is.
I see how much you're pushing yourself.
Just trying to keep the peace.
Okay, he's just trying to keep the peace.
What am I supposed to do? I didn't ask for the Iron Fist.
I'm fighting for what I believe in, no matter the cost. What are you fighting for?
Yeah.
I'm trying to do what's right.
Smackdown.
I didn't expect to see you here, brother. We have family matters to discuss.
Oh, that guy.
You and Davos. You
It's like
were
a
trained
enemy or...
together.
Oh, that's cool, they've got the masks on.
Changing what happened.
You feel that you can just walk through this world as if it belongs to you. The Iron Fist is not a weapon to be held, it is to be used.
Ah, there's one. Oh, he's getting his head kicked. By who?
Now you'll give me what's mine, brother. You will suffer.
Oh, it's red, that one.
The Iron Fist. Davos wanted it.
He's better with it.
But I need help.
You're not alone.
But we can't save everyone.
I can't just sit here and do nothing.
I have become the thing you never had the strength to be.
History doesn't decide what happens next.
Got a lot of action going on.
We do.
Boom. Lots of kicking and punching, yeah!
We should do this more often. Dinner out, a movie. Date night.
New episode September 7th. Okay, yeah, just, you know, lots of martial arts scenes, which I did say I wanted to see, so that would be pretty cool. That guy's coming back and is going to be his enemy, which was always on the cards. One point he said, I didn't ask for the Iron Fist. Hang on a minute. Didn't he spend, like, the whole first season telling us how he was training all his life and, like, fought a dragon for it and stuff? Why'd you do all that if you didn't want... Yeah, it might be okay. It doesn't look groundbreaking, does it, guys? They're getting a little bit tired now. But I know I'll watch it because it's on Netflix, and I've got Netflix, so might as well. Now we are going to come back to Marvel at the end, and you might want to skip over that bit because there might be some sort of spoilery type talk. But we're going to jump away from it just for a second for something a little bit different. Now this is the trailer, and it's not very long, it's more like a teaser trailer, for the upcoming Season 3 of the show Upstart Crow. Now I don't know if you know Upstart Crow, but it's basically a bit like Blackadder, if you've watched those sort of series before. And it's just brilliant, I really, really love it. It's essentially a whimsical, comical retelling of the trials and tribulations of Shakespeare as he's trying to become a successful playwright and all that kind of stuff, and it's just really, really funny. So let's take a look at Season 3 trailer. I don't know if you've watched the first two, I don't think it matters too much if you haven't, but you should go and watch them because they are really, really good. Okay guys, so this is Upstart Crow Season 3 trailer, BBC. Play.
Good news, Kate. My Henry V's been such a smash that Burbage begs a sequel.
I don't know, Mr. Shakespeare. Aren't sequels a bit of a cop-out?
Nonsense, Kate. Sequels are the lifeblood of the entertainment industry. Why Buster Bolingbroke trying to come up with new and innovative stories when you can just con the public with cynical rehashes of last year's hits?
Henry IV Part 2, Henry VI Part 3...
Exactly. If a thing's worth doing, it's worth doing even unto the third part.
Upstart Crow, Part 3, on BBC Two.
Yeah! Okay, so hopefully that gives you a real quick sort of synopsis of what it's like. There is lots of sort of pop culture and modern day references where it's basically taking the mick out of things that are happening these days, which is really, really funny. And if you've not seen the first two seasons, go watch them now. It's really funny, and I do think you should watch it. If you've got interest in William Shakespeare, even if you don't, if you just like comedies, check it out. And hold on to your Bolingbrookes, because we are about to now talk about Marvel and potentially the future of some of the characters. Now I'm talking specifically about the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and who may well, you know, be dying or going away, that kind of thing. As we know, there is going to be a part 2 of the Great Infinity War battle that's currently going on. Loads of people are snapped out of existence. Which ones are coming back? Who might not survive the fight against Thanos, if that's what's going to happen, all that kind of stuff. And there is a bit of a hint, potentially, of who may or who may not survive, and that's to do with the next Spider-Man movie. Now, you may or may not know, but the next Spider-Man movie is called Spider-Man Far From Home, and it's set directly after the events of Avengers Infinity War Part 2, or whatever the hell it's going to be called. So we know, obviously, Spider-Man survives it. We know he was snapped out of existence, first of all, but he will be obviously coming back. And if you didn't know he was snapped out of existence because you've not watched Infinity War Part 1 yet, then that's not on me, that's on you. So, obviously a good way of knowing what characters survive is by looking at the cast list for this movie, the first movie after Phase 3. Well, some of Peter Parker's friends are back, so we know some of them survive. We've also seen the cast list has Samuel Jackson, for example, so we know that Nick Fury's alive. But the main point I want to bring up here is the fact that, well, Robert Downey Jr. isn't on the cast list. Guys, it looks like Tony Stark is not in this movie. Now, is that just because they haven't put it there yet, because they don't want to spoil things, or is he just genuinely not in it? I think probably the latter. So this means one of two things. Tony Stark is kind of retired, or just too busy to be helping out Peter Parker, or he's literally incapacitated / dead. Oh dear. Now, we know the MCU started with Iron Man, so it would make sense if the great battle this has been leading up to against Thanos and the Infinity War saga would end with some kind of sacrifice with, you know, from Tony Stark. You know, he is going to die basically, or at least become incapacitated, trying to stop and put right everything that Thanos obviously put wrong. And given that he is such a mentor to Peter Parker, has been in the first movie with him, and, you know, had him in his arms as he went to dust, you'd have thought that he'd been in the second movie for Spider-Man as his mentor, but apparently it looks like another Avenger or someone like that will be Peter Parker's mentor. So yeah, I'm concerned. I think maybe he's gone. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. is getting on a bit. He looks great still, but, you know, how realistic can it be for him to keep being Iron Man? And we keep hearing that a big Avenger is going to die, whether that be Captain America, we don't know, it might be him as well. So it just makes sense that maybe Iron Man does kind of, well, die. So it looks like Infinity War Part 2 is around about being released May the 3rd, as in like May the 3rd be with you. That doesn't make sense. And then a couple months later, about July the 5th, something like that, SpiderMan Far From Home is going to come out. Very, very close indeed. So we won't have to wait too long to find out, what's going on next. But that's about it, guys. Like I say, Disenchantment is out now. Iron Fist Season 2 will be coming out. Upstart Pro Season 3 will be coming out. Loads of things happening. Oh, just bring it on. So guys, that about do it. Click like if you like that. Make sure you subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you on the next video. And until then, remember, there's nothing wrong with sequels. There's nothing wrong with even Part 3s of things. So just keep on bringing it out. Let's just keep rehashing the same thing and keep feeding it to us, because we're all idiots. Why not? Okay, bye. Guys, if you're still here, you're awesome! But as you are still here, why not check out some of my other videos? Oh, and if you haven't already, please click subscribe. Laters, haters.